Reno, and we are gonna have a little fun here today. I think about this probably more than I should, and I've seen a lot of people asking on Reddit, on different forums, when will League of Legends like stop making champions? When will be the cutoff for champions in League of Legends? And that's what prompted me to make this question. Who are you cutting from League of Legends 2? We're going to imagine the game of League of Legends 2. We're going to see who makes the cut, who doesn't make the cut. And I've actually created this handy dandy. Boop, boop. Here we go. We got our tiers. We got who's coming to the cookout, who's making it to League easy ASAP, right? We got a case could be made for them to make it to League of Legends 2. You know, then we have the iffy. I mean, they could just be a mid-champion. Probably not gonna make it, but might have a chance. And then we have the oh hell no, getting straight yeeted out of the game. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go in alphabetical order because that's how the tier maker is set up. And hopefully we can have some fun with this. If you guys agree or disagree, or if you have any champions that you think should or shouldn't be in League of Legends 2, let me know down below. Let's start kicking it off. We got my man Aatrox, as LS says, Aatrox. I think in his current state, he probably makes it. I mean, a case could be made. I want to know what happens when there's too many. Will the squares get smaller, or will it just extend and then I'll have to like minimize the screen? But we'll see how this goes. I think a case could be made for Aatrox. He's way better than the old Aatrox right before they buffed him, because then he kind of hit prominence. But I think in his current state right now, he has a lot of skill expression. I mean, Ascension. Enough said. He's just the one Aatrox player that anyone and everyone knows. But for most people, Aatrox is out here, and I think he's a pretty valuable champion to League of Legends. Next up, Ahri. Okay, this might be controversial, but she's making it easy. She's making it easy into the cookout. Ahri has no problems getting into the game. I think she's decently balanced. They can always adjust and pull her back. They want her charm to do more damage. They want or to amplify more damage. They can turn those numbers up or down. She provides a very kind of balanced play style. She can play as a mage and she can play as an assassin. I really like Ahri generally. Alkali, Miss Akali herself. In her current state, nah, she ain't making it. She almost made it to iffy. But they need to either revert her or revert one or two of her abilities, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll allow Akali into the game. But that'd be heavy. Like if they changed her shroud to be like the invisible dome, but maybe has some sort of counterplay. Like maybe control wards don't reveal her completely, but it gives her like that shadow thing that'll make it. I don't know. Like Akali in this state, she's either overpowered in pro play or completely useless with a 40% win rate. They need to figure something out with Akali. I can milk those. Where's my boy I can milk those going? I think he's coming. I'm gonna bring Alistair. He's coming just because, I mean, he can milk those. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Moo cow. Need more cowbell. Alistair is for sure making it into League of Legends 2. A Mumu, easy. We already know he's coming to the cookout. Mainly because we gotta, he's got that energy. You know what energy I'm talking about. He got it. And we need to make sure that he has friends. Because then, that helps that energy dissipate. Anivia. I'll put Anivia as my first iffy. Like, I know all the Anivia mains will come at me and will try to murder me in my sleep. But real talk, Anivia, I don't know. Like, her gameplay is mad stale. She's definitely like a season 2 champ. That's why Froggen is still out here playing her and winning games, because not much has really changed. I know they did that mini update to her and they ability wise, but real talk, I don't know. I really feel she's hella iffy. Annie's making it to the cookout. Come on now. Annie's gonna be there. She definitely gonna be there. Why? Because we need Annie to show these people how to play. Aladios, my man Aladios. Where does Aladios fit in? I think a case could be made for Aladios because uh like maybe in League of Legends 2, they changed some things so that like the way damage output works, and they changed some system things. If they change some system things, I think Aladios does well. But right now, it's too much. No pun intended. There's too much going on with the guy. Ashe. Ooh. This is gonna be controversial. I don't think Ashe is making it. I think she's cool. I like playing her from time to time, but like she's so buff nerf dependent. And for a utility AD carry, like she should be like mid at all points of League of Legends. Like maybe go like she should be a 5. Like out of 10, she should be a 5. And then like maybe when she's strong, go up to like a 7, and when she's bad, go down to like a 4 or 3 or whatever. But like she's really only a 1 or a what's the word I'm looking for? She's either a 1 or a like 10. Like she's either broken and can like 1v9 the game no matter what, or she's like useless. So real talk, yeah, she's just gonna have to chill out over there. Let's see. Ayo Shin, my main man, Ayo Shin. You know what? I think a case could be made for Ayo Shin. He's got a bad rap right now, but he could definitely make his way through with some reworks. So when I did my rework video, I may link it if I figure out how to do that. So there may be a card. I believe it's gonna be in that corner. It might be in that corner, but it's gonna be in that corner. Like I think well in the discussion we were on like Reddit, and we were talking about how if you change or swap some of his abilities around, it could be really, really beneficial to the game. Why am I eating Ashe? I just said it. Like she's stale. She needs like if they were to change her, or like the way they have her on Wild Rift, where her enchanted crystal arrow can zig and zag. Yeah, maybe she gets into a case could be made. But like when she's too strong, they nerf the weirdest things. Like they nerfed the way her W works. It went from just being like 10 arrows or whatever. Now it's like 7, and then when you put ranks in it goes up to I don't know, like 30. I don't know. They similar to Akali. Like the breadth of how good the champion is when they're good or bad is a little bit too extreme. Azir, Shariburb. I'm gonna say, he's coming. I like the Lord Emperor Shurima. I think some of the most exciting gameplay, especially at the pro level, is when the Emperor makes his way to the League of Legends. Hold on, let me. Well, she's not. She just isn't. Like for a utility AD carry, she's just not. Bottle. I'm put Bard in iffy. Cause the old AD carry main in me feels actually I'm gonna put Bard in the case could be main because there's somebody else that's gonna get yeeted from the game that before they were introduced to the game, Bard used to fill that role for me, and now that champion's here, but Bard could be made because he provides a different style of gameplay as well as he's really impactful. I was gonna put him in iffy, but now I started thinking about it. Bard can stick around. I like Bard. Mr. Beep Boop is coming. All right, this is where it's gonna get tricky. I wonder what's gonna happen when I need to scroll up. I always forget because the aspect ratios are different. Mr. Beep Boop is coming. Okay, why? Because you need that direct engage, and he has the best laugh in the game. He's coming. Brand. Ooh, Brand is iffy. Again, a rework for Brand might be helpful, right? Like He's either make him a support or make him a mid laner, but don't make him this super busted support because he's supposed to be a mid laner. Like all the changes that they've done, they're like, whoa, it'll power is made. Oh, this change will make his mid lane so much better. And then he just bullies everybody out of the bot lane. Not saying that he's not like he's unruly down there, but every game I play, Brand ends up with the most damage on the team from support. He is the fire at the cookout. He is not the fire at the cookout. That's why he's this far down. He's heating up the cookout. He's heating up the food at the cookout. These people out here, they gonna eat. They eating. Braum, easy. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. So I might have to scale it down as we go. Let's see, how does that look? Not bad. Oh yeah, Braum. Once I go back and then we just see how it plays out. Brand is working at the cookout. Brand is not working. Brand didn't even come to the cookout. He's iffy at best. But Braum is making it through. Why? Because Braum is your friend. Braum is Toy Story. You got a friend in me. You got a friend. Wait, before I get copyright, because I know I sound just like him. I know. But Braum, great engage, great disengage, great peel, great kit, great thematic. Winter, Wonder, strongman, like the old strongman that used to lift those weights and stuff, big burly mustache. Love Braum. He's just a fun character. Caitlyn. I from what I understand, Caitlyn may be getting a rework. Caitlyn may be getting a rework. Like they're gonna port it from Wild Rifts because I guess, or it's either Wild Rifts or TFT. She has like a complete different character model and stuff. And I mean, I like Caitlyn. I think Caitlyn fills a role of range, lane bully, attacker. Has a very strong set theme. She pokes from range. She plays far back from range. She is aggressive. Unlike Ashe, who's supposed to be, I don't know, hella mid. That's why she's getting yeeted. We ain't got hella mid in here. We got direction. Okay, we have purpose. And that's why Caitlyn coming to the cookout. Camille. Ooh. I like Camille. Where do I think Camille goes? Camille is... I think a case could be made. I think her numbers are weird and they haven't nerfed her for a year. So it's skewing how I feel about her. That's the problem, right? The way where Camille is currently in the meta is skewing where I want to put her. Let's see. If Camille was weak, would I still think she deserves to be... I'd say a case could be made. I think her kit has a lot of promise. I think they could work on her character. That's the other thing. Riot has dropped the ball on lore. I'm not like a complete lore junkie or anything, but like, isn't she supposed to be like, I don't know, Garen's aunt or something, Fiora's cousin? Something. She's the Piltover grand witch lady with scissor legs, and then she tried to kill Jin in the cinematic. Cassiopeia. You know what? Snake Lady, you ain't making it. I'm sorry. I don't like Cassiopeia. I don't think I think she needs a full rework. I guess the best way to look at the oh hell no is basically like they either need a severe rework or they're just not with it, you know? We got Cho'Gath next. I think a case could be made for Cho. He's getting replaced by certain champions, but he still fulfills like a high burst damage tank, like, I don't know, bruiser. So yeah, I could see Cho kind of being there for a while. I'm not against Cho being, yeah. If somebody could argue Cho into League of Legends too. Corki. Corki is iffy. because I like old Corki. I like when he was an AD carry and the Triforce builds and all that. But like, it's been a while, and by a while I mean like 6 years since he's been a AD carry. And since he's been a mid laner, they've done all these weird changes to him to change how his AD damage is now AP damage, and he's 80%, and but you still build AD and all this other stuff. So he could get really, really close to getting yeeted, but I think because of his package system and just the way he can dance on the outside, like play on the outside of fights and stuff like that, it's not too terrible. Downright Durness. You know, he's coming. I think he's thematically wonderful. Big axe bruiser fighter mans. He's out here with the best of them, being the best of them. So I think Darius makes the cut, no pun intended. His kit is great. I know he was he was busted when Stridebreaker had the dash, but even without it, like, he's just a solid top laner, great into tanks. I believe his E has not percent health. His E has armor penetration built into it. They take that away, then he probably would fall off of a cliff. But a lot of matchups turn into skill matchups with Darius. You have to either play around his Q and figure out when he's gonna pull to try to bait the pull. It's pretty good. I like Darius in this. Oh, jeez, I apologize. I have to remember to scroll up. Like I said, their aspect ratios are a little different, but I'll do my best to remember. Dinana. I like it. She's coming. Aspects of the moon. I like all of her playstyle, the attack speed playstyle, the burst playstyle. Great theme. I think. So when I say great theme, because you're probably going to hear me say that about a lot of the champions that make it up here, it's that Riot nailed what they were supposed to be. Like, understood, oh, this champion is X, or this champion is Y, and this is, like, we already know. I could probably just skip right down to Jhin. Jhin is gonna make it to the cookout, okay? He's good, he's getting there. But because he's I think the best thematic champion League has ever released, period. Everything with Jhin just works, right? And then you have Diana, who also works. I think it's difficult, right? To be like, oh, you're a Lunari, Yasuo will also be making the list, but we'll see where he falls. So stay tuned. We're like I said, do Yas next. I'm not doing you. Do you know where Yas is in the alphabet? Spell Yasuo. Where's Yasuo in the alphabet? Like I said, I might jump around, but in the interest of fairness, I do want to keep on going in alphabetical order, so I'm not like picking and choosing. Because then what would end up happening is I'd be like, oh, they're S tier, they're S tier, they're S tier, they're S tier, and then I would end up being like, okay, so everybody else is trash. Good night. Like, all right, we got Draven. As much as I like Darius, right? I think Draven needs help because he's not fulfilling his character. He's supposed to be the executioner, deal wielding axes. I think they get the part where he's like super narcissistic and he thinks that League of Legends is about him. And I think if it was just his character, bam, easy up top. But because the gameplay doesn't fully follow through, I think they could revert Draven and give him back his bleed at this point. He would still be really, really strong, but it would fit the theme of like this bloodlust executioner that just wants to fight, rage, and war and rampage. Because I don't know if y'all remember, that was like his original thing, but in one of the cinematics, it might be Awaken or whatever, Riven is like in the slave pits just waxing everybody. She's just on right? She's just out here working everybody. And Draven's just up there like, I'm bored. I'm still bored. But then he's just seeing Riven giving everybody to work. And he's like, all right, I can do this. And then he like gives Riven her sword so that he can have a challenge because he loves that like that fight, that bloodlust. You know, he just wants to. So if they were to somehow like also carry that over to his gameplay, and I know they try to do it with the adoration, but that's more to that narcissism stuff. If they were to somehow get that, I don't know how they would do it, but they would have to like, I don't know. That's why a case could be made. Like, he's still probably gonna make it to the game. You know, he's still making it to League 2. But yeah, I don't know. Dr. Mundo. So this is the old picture of Mundo. New Mundo. New Mundo's iffy. Not gonna lie. I think I liked old Mundo better because he was a big, dumb, you know, Mundo, go away, please. Like, it was the whole like comedic aspect of like, this is your big dumb like dummy character, and it's like slobbing on himself like, I'm drooling, Mundo, do taxes. Like, he was just a silly character, and now they try to like make the silly character cool, and I don't think it works. Now, if they keep the same character model, well, you know, maybe like make it look more like old Mundo, but they keep the same like gameplay, I guess, in a way, I could kind of get behind. Yeah, I could kind of get behind moving him up, because I think the old silly goofy Mundo worked a lot better than the just his current iteration. Like, old Mundo would be here-ish. Like, if I was doing one of the tier lists where the closer to the wall, the higher ranked you are. But yes, and Mundo goes where he pleases. So Mundo could easily just go anywhere because he's Mundo. But I'm gonna say the current iteration iffy. My boy, Echo. We already know. Echo, also a great theme. Great gameplay, assassin. Like, you wouldn't think of like, when you think of his theme and his playstyle don't exactly match up. But you can play him as a mage. He has wave clear and whatnot. So you think, oh, time traveling, has a sidewinder thingy, young kid using technology, probably some sort of like ranged attacker. Nope, he's in your face, smacking you with that bat. It's fun, chaotic gameplay. He does the time reversal with his ult where he jumps back. I think Echo easily making it to the cookout. Easy. Elise. Elise is making it off of the sheer strength that when she's the queen of the jungle, nobody is messing with Elise. If a challenger Elise is in a diamond game, they're going to 1v9 that game, because there's so much skill expression and understanding that comes with that champion that it rewards the dedication and time and knowledge of the game, as well as putting it into the champion. So easily Elise makes it in. I love the spider theme, being a changeling, kind of like Nidalee, and Jason, technically Gnar. But the execution of it is is done really well. Evelyn. Wait. So comedic, kfab for. Okay. Does Senna make the cookout by default? Oh. I'll figure that out when I get there. We're just kind of working through this. I don't know. Okay. Evelyn. I think League of Legends 2. Do I want Evelyn in League of Legends 2? Yes. Yes, I do. But I think they need to rework her abilities again. They don't 100% make sense. But I think the theme of her being like a succubus or a seductress doesn't lead to like gripping gameplay. Like there's, unless she's doing things that are X-rated, R-rated in a I think isn't League M. Wait, is League M for mature? I'm pretty sure League is M for mature. And I'm not saying that I want to see any of that extra stuff in League of Legends, but I'm saying because that's her character, like, you have to get really, really extreme with what she's doing. And they kind of try with like charm and then her jumping on the people and leaving them kind of stuff. So the themes are there, you know what I mean? But I think they'd have to figure out, like, I think I'd give her a weapon of some sort. Like, I know Olaf has the dueling axes, but I would figure out something, size, daggers. I don't know. Well, Katarina has daggers, but like size or something. I would give her something as far as not firepower, but like, yeah, give her tech nines or just running around like Lucian. I don't know. I feel like she does need some sort of weapon because the whole like magic thing just doesn't really work. Ezreal, as much as I hate to say it, he's coming. Ezreal is coming. He gonna be there. He gonna be hanging out by the pool, chilling with everybody, talking up. Why? Because he has strong skill expression. I don't quite know how you would do the whole explorer thing. He got the K-pop connection. I mean, he got the K-Hive, the K-pop connection. He got BTS and all them, and Big Bang. That's my group. But I think just his level of skill expression, because everything in his kit is a skill shot. E could be, argued or whatever, but for the most part, everything in his kit is a skill shot. Oh no, what's this? Oh, it jumped all the way down to the bottom of the screen for no reason. Okay. What's the word I'm looking for? I think the thing about Ezreal is, since he's played so frequently, you never really know how good or bad he is, because he's in, I think, like 50-something% of games. He's, depending on between when he and Lucian are like the two most popular AD carries. So just depending on who's stronger, you'll tend to see like one of them will be in every other game, literally. Math. Too many skins. I mean, the only thing that I would hope if they made League of Legends 2 is like you could link your League of Legends 1 account, and then all your skins would transfer over. And then you can still get whatever new skins they decide to make. Because if they make League of Legends 2 and they're like, sorry, because there are people, because you got to think, this game is 10 years old. There are people that have literally spent upwards of 2, 3, 4, maybe $5,000 on this game. And for Riot to just be like, yeah, thanks for the 5Gs, my dude, or my girl, or my MB, take a hike, right? Yeah, no, that's not happening. But yeah, Ezreal makes it. I think his skill expression, he's just a fun character. I think fun value also should go into, like, skill value should, but fun value should also go. My boy have almost close to 10 Gs. Sheesh. All right, we got Fiddlesticks Castro, okay? Fiddlesticks. In his current state, he's making it. He gonna be the weird kid in the corner, but he's making it, all right? Like, he's gonna be in the corner hanging out like, these guys don't know that I'm actually a scarecrow. But we know you're a scarecrow, bro. You're standing in the corner like this. You're a scarecrow, and we love you for it. I think his rework, wonderful. I like old Fiddlesticks. I didn't think they needed the rework, the new Fiddlesticks. I just thought he was like a weird, funny clown thing. Then I was like, oh, now it makes sense, because Shaco's the weird clown, and Fiddlesticks should be like an actual. But the rework is fantastic. I would put his rework in like top, probably in a top. I might do a top 10 video of like reworks. Let's see. Fiora. Now this is gonna be controversial, because I'm gonna put her in iffy. I like the changes that they've made to her, and she's one of my like 3 top laners that I play. But I think the skill expression that they added to Fiora literally changed the champion completely. Like, and I know there wasn't a lot of counterplay to her old ult, where she was intangible and could like wreck a whole team, or just completely literally solo one person. But I feel like her new ult is bad, because like the counterplay to her new ult is stand next to a wall, right? It's her, and you just, oh, I'm getting beat up by Fiora, I'm gonna stand next to this wall and I'm gonna be good. Like, nah, come on, man. They should do something that it really creates like okay, so Riot is always trying to get this like grand duelist, this 1v1 me kind of thing going on. So when you think about it, going back to like the Poppy before the rework, her old alt was like, I'm gonna throw you in this cage, nobody can hurt me or CC me or whatever. Me and you, we're gonna fight, and if it was a stat check. If I'm stronger than you, I'll smack you. If I'm weaker than you, I'll get smacked, right? And that was pretty cool. That was a fun little 1v1, but it was kind of broken because Poppy's like hella tanky and still has high base damage, so she would just like beat you up, and she has immobilization, so she could pin you into a wall and just start beating the mess out of you, or just like dive you through your back line. It was a really, really broken ability. Look up Poppy's old alt and you'll be like, how is that allowed in the game? Camille, they gave her the little jump up and jump down on somebody, and then now they're in the cage and it knocks everybody out kind of thing. And that was kind of cool. Like, it was like, yeah, 1v1 me. A Mordekaiser literally takes you to another dimension. I think Mordekaiser has the realest 1v1 me ultimate in the game. But then you get Fiora, and it's like 1v1 me unless you're next to a wall, because then I can't actually proc that vital. What kind of fix that, and she's easily coming to the cookout. Fizz, the troll pole himself. Fizz is coming. He's fun. He's dangerous. Ugh. Oh, she was the top lane. Yeah, she definitely was. Fizz he's a fun champ. I like how they changed his alt and gave him skill expression, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? But what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he would be close to almost getting out of it just because his kit is super simple, and meta wise he's just rough. The meta has to be like no bruisers, no tanks. That's why we haven't seen him for like the last year, because everybody's playing set, everybody's playing who like Nasus in the top lane, and still not everybody, but lower you go, more Nasus players. Up top, I don't know, you're just seeing more bruisers and fighters, and Fizz does well against like other assassins when the meta's like squishier fighters, like not super healy. Oh, and Gore Drinker. Once we get Gore Drinker out of the game, I think that's the one item that Riot needs to get rid of for season 12. Is that what this? Are we in season 11? We're in season 11, right? In season 12, just get rid of Gore Drinker. If you get rid of Gore Drinker, like, so many issues with this game go away, because right now assassins are all just building Gore Drinker, so that way they're tanky. They still do the same amount of damage output, but now you can't kill them, and they can heal back all their strength. Kha'Zix, Talon, Kiana, Zed not so much, not as much, but that Conqueror plus Gore Drinker just makes you almost unkillable on assassins, and on bruisers they might as well be super tanks. All right. Galio, he's definitely making it, bruh. This is also, now this is what I call, like, so when they say a rework on Galio, they didn't rework Galio. They took Galio out back, put the 22 to his dome, threw him in the dumpster, and then brought this other dude in and was like, hey guys, you remember Galio? And everybody's like, that ain't Galio. Yo, what you mean? That's not Galio. And he's like, I'm Galio. And you're like, so where's Galio at? Because if you remember the old Galio, the only thing that I think this Galio and the old Galio actually have in common, I believe Galio's ultimate, if I remember, his ultimate is basically what Galio's W is now. That's it. You could say that like the old Q and the new Q have certain similarity properties, but the old Q used to give you movement speed. It created like a movement speed trail, and it also hit. And then his one ability like just made him, I think, like tank damage. I can't even remember. It's been that long since he's been out of the game. Since they yeeted old Galio out of the game. All right, Gangplank. But yeah, new Galio, love it. Great ultimate, great hero's entrance, great playstyle, good place, whether he's a top laner and he's super tanky, a mid laner and he's mildly tanky and does damage, or support and is pretty tanky again. I think he's a great champion. I want to see him in the jungle. That's what I want to see. I want to see jungle Galio. Come on, Riot, make the Q do bonus damage to monsters. Gangplank, you getting yeeted. But you're only getting yeeted off of the principle that when you got yeeted last time, because if some of you might be new and you don't know, they yeeted Gangplank from the game for like a week. They straight up killed man. Killed him. Like you couldn't select him. And when you hovered over him, it was like Gangplank is dead. That was dope. So he's getting yeeted only to be brought back into the cookout, but he's being yeeted for now. So maybe later on in the tier list, I'll bring him back. But because I want that Bilgewater event to happen again, or something at least on that scale. That was dope. Oh no. See, this is what we call spam. It's not healthy. Anyway. Garen. There's a case that could be made for Garen. I think theme-wise, makes a little bit of sense. He's like Demacian, and he's like, I'm the knight. I'm the person that's supposed to represent all that's good. Like if you think if Darius is supposed to be the bad guy and Garen's supposed to be the good guy kind of thing, like it really depends on, I guess, what looking glass you're looking through. I think Garen, I would put him higher. Like if this was, I don't know what those tier lists are called or where they're ranked on positional ranking. He would be closer to like up here, like just on the cusp or just on the bottom of like not being invited. Nar. Man, they should have one for Mini and one for Mega. Because Mini Nar is getting yeeted from the game. Mega Nar is eating all the chicken, is out there with hamburgers, glizzies, burgers. He's not leaving the table. All right. So that's the way I would guess that puts him in iffy. I think that's really what it does. Like that's how hard my split is for Nar. Because Mega Nar, I think, is really, really well done. I think if you were to somehow split the two champions and have Mega Nar and Mini Nar, those, like, they're two different champions, and the way they play is so vastly different. Combined, I think they're actually a hindrance to each other, so that might be why they're two separate champions. Because you got to think, you got to build this little AD carry as like a giant bruiser, and then you got to build this giant bruiser with like some form of on hit or shred or something. So it doesn't coagulate properly. It doesn't mesh well. Let's see. If I'm drinking, if you're buying, I'm drinking. I don't know what his line is. Gragas, the fat man himself, he bringing the punch. Yes, he's coming. He's coming. I love Gragas. I didn't like the entire time that he was a jungler. Personally, like I just never played him and stuff. But mid lane Gragas, support Gragas, even top tank Gragas, some of my favorite players and pro play, or just playing it myself. I think the man Gragas is killing it. I just realized this video is gonna be pretty long, so if you're still here, I appreciate you. Please feel free to drop a like, comment, or subscribe. It all helps. Like I said, I want to know your opinions and where you're putting people and who you think are gonna make it or not make it. But yeah. Senior Graves. Alright. Yep. I'm doing it. Malcolm, if they revert Graves to an 80 carry state and not this jungle iteration, he can man one of the grills. I said it. If he 730, no, he's not bad. If they I don't even care if they take away the cigar. I don't even care. Just let him be an 80 carry. He was manning the grills. Yeah, when he was an 80 carry. It was so much fun. And there was enough of a difference between him and Lucian where both of them could exist in the bot lane. They only had one thing, and that was the dash that made them even remotely similar. But calm down, King. Relax. He's getting yeeted until further notice. Heck Rams. You know what? I like the War Pony. I think a case could be made. They need to make all the Shadow Isle people a little bit more evil. I think if they make the Shadow Isle people just a little bit more twisted. They go there. They all almost all of them make it to the cookout. Yeet. I don't really think I have to say much more. Get Heimerdinger out of here. The only people I respect that play Heimerdinger are the AD Heimerdinger jungles. If you're not playing AD Heimerdinger jungle, you ain't coming to the cookout. Alawis. She needs help. A little bit of help, she's coming. I think the fact that you can just walk away from her is silly. Like literally, her whole kit revolves around the enemy player just like not walking away. So if she pulls your spirit and you don't walk away, you're probably gonna die. If she ults and you don't walk away, you're probably gonna die. Guess what? She's about to Q slam, walk away so you don't die. It's not that hard of a case. So if they were to do a few changes, like I like the whole Naga Gaboras thing. I like that she's just like brolic and she don't care. She's ready to like, hopefully and consently have a good time with Braum, because I'm here for that ship. That's all I'm saying. I'm here for it. Braum Malawi fanfic, send it my way. All right. Irelia. Old Aurelia would have been yeeted. New Aurelia, I think a case could be made. I think she's actually pretty decent. I know they keep on tweaking her numbers because she's either too strong or too weak, and now they just made it like have less skill expression for her Q stacking, or passive stacking. I think she can stack it with not just with her ability stacking. I think they need to do something with her ultimate. Either make that diamond bigger or change the way it works. Like, I know we talked about the 1v1 me thing, but maybe they could make it like a hard, I don't know. Did I like the disarm when they changed it? I don't know. I felt like it was kind of like, it made it super one-sided for how strong she was. But I feel like if they made her weaker and gave her the disarm back, it could be okay. Hey, Ivern, my man is coming. He's unique. He fits like the backstory of him being some evil, twisted, demented ruler and getting turned into this like tortured until he turned into this happy tree guy. This Bob Ross looking mom. You know what I'm saying? Like Ivern makes it. I like his play style. I think in coordinated play, perfect. He's great for protect comps. He's great for just playing more of a scout style jungler, similar to Nunu. So he's in there. He's in there like swimwear. I really dig. I really like Ivern. Wait, Ivern is there? It's coming? Of course he's coming. You have made good sense. Well, thank you. I appreciate that I made good sense, because Ivern is out here. He's a good champion. I think he fits his theme really well. I think he like I said, he adds a different level than just being like I gank or I just farm. It's like I'm a support in he's the only true support in the jungle. I think that's really dope. Janna. She is basically my favorite support when she's in meta, but that is so dependent on her strengths that she may need some help. I wouldn't say it's like, oh, she's broken or OP or not OP. It's just like when the meta suits enchanters, she's one of my. I think she provides so much. I might talk myself into bringing. You know what, John? You get in here. You don't look like you eat enough. So you getting some of the food at the cookout. Got any objections to John making it to the cookout? Huh? She's a great champion. I think they could rework her visually. I know that sounds weird, but like I said, basically these people all need like everything updates, and like here, like I said, like here-ish range is like they might need like one or two things. This next call line, isn't that a joke? She doesn't actually work that. It's a joke. But It's like, for whatever, I'll leave you breathless, which is a funny line because she's like, she's a wind goddess, but, or wind elf, or whatever she's supposed to be, and that's a problem. That's why she needs like some sort of visual update. Is she a wind goddess? Is she a wind elf? What level of power wind thing needs to be kind of like, you know, she needs to be more representative of what she's doing. Jarvan the fourth. Now see, Jarvan fulfills all the things that Garen is supposed to fulfill. Like, I know Jarvan is supposed to be like super noble, but he also is active. He gets in there. Like, he's the ruler of Demacia. It makes sense, you know. Jarvan the fourth. They nailed it. I think he's great. I forgot, he also has a 1v1 me ultimate, except for he can 1v1 your whole team and just lock them all in and hope that you guys have like a Galio and a Diana ultimate with Yasuo coming in from after the Diana ultimate, right? Yeah. Jax, imagine if I had a real weapon. I like Jax, but I think he needs a rework. I think he needs something that'll help him get, I don't know, not just be like, we used to call him Dink Dink Man, because that's all you would do. You would, because back when Jax's early game was hot garbage, it's a lot better now. But back when he was like as bad as like Kale or Cassidon, you would lose lane as Jax, and then at the 25-minute mark, you would just look down on your mini map and ding 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 ding, and a nexus or an inhibitor has been taken. So, and now he has a better laning phase, but I feel like they somehow, I don't know whether they changed his number, made him weaker, but he needs help. He needs help, and he needs a real weapon. I think Jace becomes my first low pick transform. Oh no. He might get yeeted. He might not make it to the cookout. He's like too hard to play for no reason. For what you're trying to do with the guy. Like, it'd be one thing if like all the super crazy high elo Jace players were like on another realm. But like, he's just, I don't know. He is on the struggle. So that's all I'm gonna say. Jace needs help before he can even think about making it to the cookout. So he's getting yeeted. And I think his cannon and hammer stance need to be figured, like, fleshed out a little better, because realistically you just play a cannon stance the entire time unless you've whittled somebody down enough to quickly switch to hammer stance, execute them, and then switch back to cannon stance. You only actually use the hammer to like kill. Like, there's no like variation as to why you would want to play Jace, you know, solo or yeah, he until further notice, yeeted. Bruh, I'm gonna break the tier because, like I said, Jhin, what more can I say? Jhin is at the cookout. He might be hosting the cookout. That's how much he is gonna, like, he's gonna be the new spokesperson for League of Legends 2. No, he won't, because he's a murderer. But I can fix him. But no, seriously, he is. I don't think there's a better theme champion. He's fun. The way his kit works within itself, he has that staggered auto attack cadence, but then he also gets movement speed with crit, and it's the whole, again, theme around four bullets, 4 shots on his ultimate. I mean, the only way, if they were to give him like 444 HP that scales with like 4 HP per level, that's like the only way you could get even more into this whole 4 theme. You know what I mean? Like, Jhin is killing it. He's probably, like I said, the best. I would say, in my opinion, of course, he's number 1 when it comes to execution of theme of a champion and understanding and follow through of a champion. He's not even my favorite champion in the game. but I think Riot killed it with how they work Jhin. You would think the way I talk about it, you think Jhin is like my favorite. Jinx rhymes with Jinx. She's iffy. She's one of my favorite AD carries, but she probably actually goes higher. I think they have her theme down. She's like this manic, crazy, energetic. There's a movie with it's like an old '90s movie, like Tank Girl? It's like Tank Girl meets the Joker. I think she was an actress. She had like a shaved head for a while. She was in a bunch of these flicks where she was just like a really angsty punk kind of character trope, and I think Jinx brings that with like a side of, I would say, like a Mark Hamill style Joker. So bonkers, crazy, off the wall, with I guess the murderous intent of like the Heath Ledger Joker as well. So a good all in all. Kai'Sa. Ooh, where does Kai'Sa go? This one's tricky because I like playing the champion. I don't think her theme works, but that's probably like a visual thing. Like, she's way too hot to just be like, oh, I've been trapped in the void all my life. And not to say you can't be hot if you're trapped in the void, but like, she's literally wearing eyeliner and mascara and all this other stuff, and her hair is perfect. She's got a skin tight bodysuit. I'm pretty sure in the void you probably need some kind of like arm. Like, look at Cassidy. Let me put her next to her dad. Let's look at this real quick. Y'all look at this. Y'all see this? This is what, corruption of the void, and this is being stuck in the void for all of your life. Not saying that she should look like Cassidy, but I'm saying like there should be some more armor. Like there should be kind of like an aesthetic of corrupted or void manipulated individuals in the game. Because even Malzahar doesn't really like look frustration. Because then you got like Kha'Zix and Cho'Gath, who we already discussed. These are monsters. Kog'Maw. Most of the void people are all monstrous and stuff. And Kai'Sa is supposed to be of the void, and she's just out here looking like this. And it's not like she's not allowed to be aesthetically pleasing, but it doesn't fit the theme. Her gameplay is like 10 out of 10. I love the whole AD carry assassin thing, but now they have Akshan and Samira, so she's falling lower and lower on that play style list. She needs help. I'm going to say a case could be made just because she is still a really, really fun champion. And K-pop connection. Kalista. Kalista's coming to the cookout. I know she's weak. I know not a lot of people play her, but she is so cool. The Soulbound thing is awesome. The whole being the undead like warrior, right hand warrior person is really, really cool. Her ultimate's really, really, really cool. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep it a buck. Kalista, you get to go to the, and see, like, because her theme is kind of like landed, and she's like, when she rips the spears out, she's like pulling, yanking weaves, she's pulling out souls. You know, it all works together. She bounds to someone and they die, and then they are linked to her. Like, this is well done. This is great. Karma. Oh, Karma. I don't want to yeet her. I don't want to. But if they can't figure out whether they want her to be a tank top lane fighter thing or a support, Riot's got to figure some stuff out. The Death Singer himself, Karthus. I'm going to say a case could be made for Karthus. You know, I think Karthus is, again, one of those unique champions that needs a little help, but because he's either like this weird, he's either like a really good jungler. Well, let's go back. He was a really good mid laner, and then they added all the mobility, so he might come back as like a counter pick to like Vex or something, right? But he was a really good mid laner. Karthus merch selling and free entertainer. I'm just saying, he was a really good mid laner. Then he got pushed to the jungle, where I think he was like way better. I think the move to Karthus being in the jungle is almost enough to bring him to the cookout, right? It's almost enough. Only because I think for a lot of players, it made them think about League of Legends differently. Like, oh, this mid laner, because you gotta think he's been a mid laner since season 1, season 2, or whatever, and now he's a jungler, and people are like, wait, who else can jungle? What else works in the jungle? How do I change or break the game? All Pentakill members are cases to be made. Not true. I already know one that's coming to the cookout instantaneously. But I think now that they've messed with his numbers and his playstyle is still really, really stale. Because like right now, I think more people are playing him as like an AD carry or AP carry. They're playing him in the bot lane. Or as a support. I just watched the thing on, I think, Happy Chime Noises did a video about a Karthus player that plays like Suicide Karthus, similar like Suicide Scion. Excuse me. But you just go into lane, you try to fight as hard as you can, and then you die. You try to either get the kill or help get the assist, because gold values on AP champions are way better than gold value on AD champions. Kassadin. I want to put him at the cookout, but he's getting yeeted until they figure out what they want to do with him. It feels bad. I don't like this feeling. This hurts. It hurts me to have to put him here because he's either super strong. It's that variance. He's either super broken and super strong, like back in the day when he had a silence and his rift walk had a way bigger distance and did way more damage, or he's like in his current state where he's okay, but nowhere near as good as he should be. Katavina. Yeet! She's getting yeeted just because similar balance issues, and she doesn't really, like, I don't understand her theme. Did you block the bed do? What? Bruh, I don't even know what that means. Did you block the bed do? But Katarina, I don't know what she's supposed to represent. I just know she's supposed to be like, she is an assassin, as in game. I don't know if she's also an assassin out of game. Like if that's her character, lore wise. Because that's not really like expressed or carried over. She's just like a blade dancer. And that's the best understanding that I could have her. Kale. Kale is dope because she's a psychopath. And I like the idea that the Justicar is like what's the word I'm looking for? The Justicar is so forthright in justice that it's like, I don't know if anybody saw the new Suicide Squad Peacemaker, where no matter what they're doing, they're barreling down and they're gonna make peace at any cost, whether they have to kill men, women, or children in the name of justice. Like that's how I feel Kale is, and I love it, because you would think that like Fiddlesticks, the way he looks, would be some crazy monster psychopath, and he is. But when you look at Kale, she looks like an angel, and she has all the in the white and gold theme, and she's absolutely insane. Like this is a great how to subvert expectations. This is how you do it. Champion like this. Kanye, yeah, he coming. Both him and Ross. Ross more so than Kane. Kane is a little whiny, and Ross is with it. Ross is definitely coming to the cookout. League of Legends 2 is shaping up to be a pretty small game. Like, all right, I mean, the people who haven't made it is still kind of iffy, or it's still not as much as the people that have. Because I mean, overall, I think they do a decent job with their champions. Because these are like the definites, these are the maybes, these are the and these are the no's, of course, right? So if you were to group them all, you would hope that more champions would make it than not make it. Like Kung Fu Kenny. Kenny's not making it. That's it. He's really just an alt bot. He really is. He's a lane bully in certain matchups, and then he's an alt bot. He doesn't fulfill the ninja. He doesn't, like, I know Akali at least kind of fills the ninja, which makes me want to put her in iffy. But again, the power discrepancy is messed up. But she could literally, you know what, she might get pushed into, yeah, I'm putting her in iffy now. Because when I think about her and all the other ninjas, no, this man literally shoots electricity like he's rated, right? And he runs around screaming like he's the anime protagonist from Black Clover and Naruto. Okay? And Ross is the full death metal kill. Leona's coming. Oh, Leona's coming. We'll figure that one out too. But yeah, Kenny, like I said, he's not fulfilling the ninja dream. He's not fulfilling the shinobi dream. It's not working. Kha'Zix, change and adapt. Love it. He coming. I mean, he's basically, it's Alien versus Predator. Alien, always cool. The idea of, I wish like he might go like just a little bit to get down, because they need to play more into the whole evolution, change and adapt playstyle, because I think it would add another layer to the game, having a champion that, like, because right now he only has like what, the four evolutions. I think it would work out really, really well if they were more dependent on like in-game what's the word I'm looking for? Adaptation. Because change and adapt, adaptation. So while you're in game, like, oh man, the game is going this way, I better go down this evolution tree to get me to this point or this power spike or whatever. I think, or to stop this enemy from snowballing, because right now he's just like a giant bug assassin. And if they were to give him the ability to be like, oh no, the enemy champions are all doing crazy backflips and stuff, okay, my W now roots people for 0.5 or 2 seconds or something. My evolved W, of course, you know, so that way, like, you could minimize mobility or something. Or, okay, they have, well, I guess kind of like Kane fits that mold, not the whole immobility, but like if they're a bunch of squishies and stuff, he has more damage. If they're a bunch of tanks, he can turn into a fighter. Like, similar to that, like, give your boy the opportunity to do a little bit more, and I think, but he's still making regardless. Kindred, where do they belong? I think this could be made for Kindred. I think they end up here only because they've, I don't think Riot's told and explain why Kindred is the embodiment of death, but they've never really, I feel like they've never really shown what makes them the embodiment of death, right? Like, I want to be able to just kind of look at them and understand, like, why are they the embodiment of death? Are they the embodiment of death? Like, not, they don't have to look like Karthus, because this is that, I guess that's a great example, right? When I look at, if you told me which one of these two is the embodiment of death, I would say, oh yeah, clearly the Skeletor looking guy, like the guy that he's a skeleton, like he's a skeleton, he has a hat, he's probably like a dead thing, like that's definitely the embodiment of death. That's just a kid that looks like they've been playing Majora's Mask a little bit too long. You feel me? Like, so I don't know. I think Kindred might even go down to iffy. Yeah, with help, Kindred could come up to a case being made. Thematically, gameplay is pretty like super mid. Fun factor, I don't know. They need to change her. Again, for counterplay purposes, for and against her mark system, they need to change it, because when you're playing the mark system, it doesn't feel like anything crazy, except for it gets annoying, because I think once you have like 6 marks, then you don't get any more in the jungle, which is a little weird. They could lower the power of the marks and still just have you be able to like counter jungle and stuff, because I think having a dedicated counter jungle champion is cool. But what the thing I think they screw up, where they drop the ball, is when you're the counterplay against her, like if you take one of her marked camps, a second later it pops up someplace else. Like there should be a punishment for her not getting to her camp and clearing it, which would then incentivize her and make her play a little bit more aggressively or a little bit more dangerously. Because if you like, if there's like a 1 minute cooldown or a 1 minute timer on, let's say on a camp that she collects, but if the enemy champion gets the camp, then she has to wait 2 minutes. You know, not anything crazy, not like a 3 minute without her being able to get the camp, because like 2 team fights can happen in that period, right? But like there's like a 1.5 2 minute time in which the camp goes back up, or potentially allow multiple camps to be marked. So then she has to make the decision: am I going to gank, or am I going to try and clear all these marks? And again, like I said, lower the power, lower the strengths of the marks, so then she's able to do a little bit more. I think that could be interesting. Kled. What can I say about Kled that hasn't already been said about Kled? He coming. He's fun. He's cantankerous, I think is the verb or the adjective that they use. He's foul mouth. He's the angry grandpa that you don't discuss politics or like religion and stuff with at the cookout. I think that's where Kled falls in. But he's still solid. Great gameplay. Great. He's a very different Yordle. I just realized we haven't even hit that many Yordles. Like Fizz, Kled, Gnar, Kennen. Oh, Heimer. And I mean, all the Yordles are distinct to an extent, but Little Gnar is silly and funny. Heimerdinger is smart and happy. Kennen, I don't even know if they're supposed to be happy or, I mean, I don't know. Kennen's weird, but Kled is just angry and filled with piss and vinegar, and I like it. And he gets in, he just gets after it. He wants to fight you. His whole motif is about running you down, chasing you down. I can dig it. Void Puppy Cogmaw needs a rework. Get him out of here until you fix my lovely Void Puppy. He ain't coming. I'm not gonna have him drooling all over the food and spittling and doing all the other stuff. LeBlanc, as much as I hate LeBlanc, she's my least favorite champion in the game, probably. No, she isn't. That person's coming. I think she makes it simply because her kit works really, really well as like a deceiver, deception, magician, teleportation. I feel like she fulfills just the idea of magician really, really well. The only way you could have it work any better is if you somehow incorporated her like firing rabbits out of her hat or something. Like LeBlanc is great. Lee Sin, I think a case could be made for him, not just because he's like overrated, but I mean, your boy looks like a thumb. He's a thumb. His thumb Sin. No, I think only because of the skill expression and the amount of fun that his kit provides, he's not in Yeeted, because his power discrepancy is way out of whack. Also, he's either king of the jungle, so opposite of Elise, king of the jungle, or he's just like, now he's like a top laner or a mid laner, right? So that's interesting. Leona, praise the sun. They got her theme down. I never thought that a tank or that a sun. When I think of sun, I don't think of tank, but that's probably because of like Avatar, Last Airbender kind of stuff, where like you think of earth bending and metal bending and stuff. I think she's easily coming to the cookout. You know what? Put her right next to Diana. If you know, you know. But yeah, I think that's fine. I think Leona actually fulfills a decent role as a support. She's strong, tanky, strong, independent woman. But yeah, Leona at the cookout, no exceptions. I mean, for real. She's in here. She's in here like swimwear. And isn't that she has a pool party skin? So bam. Lissy Gaga, Lissandra, yay. Get her out of there. I think she needs a rework, of course, but what she's supposed to be, she's supposed to be a part of like that trinity of Frost Queens. If I put Sejuani in here, I'm gonna feel really really bad because then I'll have ice Ash, Lysandra, and Sejuani. So I gotta really think about what happens to Sedge in a little bit, but just not executing on what you would expect. You say Liz is big iffy. I think she's getting yeeted. You say Sejuani's at the cookout. We'll find out. Illusion. You already know. You already know. You know what? He up here with my main man. The gunslinger aspect, wonderful. The aggression, his gameplay, up there when it comes to fun. I think I the storylines that they develop with Lucian also make it so he's definitely going to be in League of Legends too, easily. Lulu's broken, but that doesn't mean that she should go to the cookout for free. So where do I put Lulu? Iffy. I think they could work on, because she's supposed to be like 2,000 years old, right? But she acts as if she's like a child, and she's definitely like lolly bait, which is weird to have in a game that's, you know, rated M for mature or whatever. So I think they need to do something, some sort of like VGU, or no, just visual update to, or something. Maybe even go over the voice lines, because I'm not down with this like 2,000-year-old Yordle. It's the same, the same thing with Zoe. You know, I'm gonna do a quick jump, because Zoe and Lulu are the same to me thematically, except for I don't like Zoe's gameplay as much. Like Zoe might go a little bit further down, but this whole like, oh, they're kids, but they're really older than everybody else in the game combined. Not with that. Not with that. Not with it in anime. Not with it in my video games. Luxana. There's an argument that could be made for Lux. I think she provides decent kind of like, I think she's just like your standard mage, you know? She's like, she casts, she has a little bit of shielding. She's good. There's nothing wrong with Lux. I don't think she needs any changes. She might actually make it to the cookout for free. I don't know. I'm trying to think it now. Now that I have no beef or qualms with her. Yeah, Lux is in. Yeah, she's fine. Rock lobster. Rock salad. They need to do something. He's good. They need to do something to really show that like he's just a giant rock monster. So like on his character model, I thought his head was like his nose. I thought his body was his head and his head was his nose. They need to figure out a way to make him look better. He needs a visual update straight up. Rock solid. Malzahar. Iffy. I mean, I'm trying to keep my hatred bias out of it, because he cost Faker a world championship, and Crown literally just was on Malzahar duty, and I feel like he's a great champion for when you don't know how to play mid or don't know how to play against something. You just farm with E and Q and those little voidlings. But I'm gonna put him in iffy because I'm gonna keep that hate out of my heart. Alright, I'm gonna keep the hate out of my heart. Maokai. Old Maokai with the old alt would definitely be at the cookout. New Maokai with the new alt is definitely at the cookout. I think the rework actually helped the idea of him being a tree. He weaves roots. The only thing I would maybe try to do more tree things on his Q, maybe his W, but I think even the change to his alt helped tremendously. I don't know what you would do though, because the Q is just like a power slam or a ground smash. And you can't have him like also just root, because Zyra does that. But I think Maokai gets to also. So my two tree boys made it. Hey, Master Yi. Oh, he's iffy. I love Yi. One of my favorite junglers, but you know what? The man is just struggling. There's only one person that I know that plays him regular, and that's Kalsef. I mean, we could just put a picture of Kalsef up here. You know exactly what champion it is. And I think that's part of the problem. He's super niche, but he's also really easy. But other champions do what he does almost with more consistency. He needs help. Sarah Fortune. Think the theme is good. Her gameplay is stale. She needs help also. Because she's not mobile, which not all the champions have to be mobile, but for her lack of mobility, she either needs better self-heal than what she gets on her E, or more damage. Yes, I said Miss Fortune needs more damage. I'm crazy. Mordekaiser. Pentakill. Easy making it. Easy. I think his rework, I wouldn't say against it. I think it's because I like the original Mord so much. And even when he could control the dragon, I really like that variation of him. But this Mord is also really cool. I think the whole 1v1 Shadow Realm aspect is amazing. I think his theme of being like the heavy metal match, he's slamming this giant mace. Is great. He's AP Darius to an extent when it comes to the kit. Has the pull and the big slam. And I dig it. I like his passive. I think they did it pretty. The only thing is like visually they could make it more like these are metal effects versus like this is just like a green swirl. But I'm not sure how you'd be able to pull that off. We are working our way down. What? They have Mundo. Oh my god. Hold on. So where'd I put Mundo? Over here. Put them next to each other. Mundo and Mundo. I think they could. So Kale made it because she's a psychopath, and I love it. I think they could push more into the I know I look like an evil demon witch lady, but I'm actually here to save you. They need to up the ante for Morgana, and then they have a great counterbalance. Like Kale is a psychopath for everybody. Morgana is like I'm here to stop you. Whereas she should be like I know what I look like. But don't worry, I'll still save you. I think there's a monster. I think Edgerton from the DC Darkverse is kind of like that, where he's a good guy, but he looks like a demon. So I think they could play that up for Morgana, and that'd be dope. Nami! Where is Nami going? Theme's pretty good. Gameplay's kind of meh. I feel like I maybe needed a fifth column in the middle, but then I don't know. I'm gonna actually put her in iffy. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in iffy. Not that she's bad, but it's just like there's something missing. I can't quite put my finger on it. If you know what that something is, please help me out. Nas Dog. DK. He's fine. He's coming. Shurima forever. He's making it. We already know. To the cookout. Nautilus also fine. CC bot. I think they could lower his damage a little bit, but he's great. Same thing with Leona. Lower her damage. Nico needs a rework. Because nobody knows what she is. And I guess that's whole part of the chameleon thing, so maybe that works. But she needs a better identity. Once they fix her identity crisis, she'll be fine. Nidalee. What do I say about Nidalee that I haven't said about any other Transformer? Does she theme? They need to. I don't know what she's supposed to be, but she's not as bad as Jace. And I know that's comparatively. So yeah, the Transformers are struggling. So at least so far is the only one that's still coming. These people are on the wait list and not even making it. That's rough. Nocturne. He needs his rework because He's supposed to be like Freddy Krueger, and I don't think he's fulfilling the whole Freddy Krueger role. Nunu, Willem, get them kids in here. Have some fun. Go play with the other kids at the cookout. Come on, y'all. We having a good time. We got Nunu, Willem here. All right. Olaf. Ooh. Olaf, iffy. Broloff at the cookout. I know, it's just a skin. Oriana, I think she still has one of the best kits in the game. Her gameplay is intelligent. Again, this is one of those skill expression picks where if you're good on the champion, like you play it at a completely different level than somebody who's just like picking her up. I like that. Ornn. Horn. I like Ornn, but I think he needs help. No, I think a case could be made for Ornn. He's strong. He provides, I don't know, tankiness, damage. You can upgrade your team. I feel like, if there's a way for them to, oh man, excuse me, if there's a way for them to play even more into the whole blacksmith, fantasy, he would kill it. New Pantheon. Ugh, give me old Pantheon back. I know old Pantheon was cheesy, but I would like if you gave me the new Pantheon aesthetic and the old circle drop with old Pantheon gameplay with new Pantheon aesthetic. Sorry, that's what I would want. New Pantheon aesthetic, the way it looks, the way the particles and all that work. Old Pantheon gameplay. Poppy. I hate Poppy. She's super annoying. Guess what? The case could be made for her. She's a decently, I mean, I guess her whole thing is like, she doesn't realize that she's the hero, so she's always in search for the hero, which makes me feel bad for her, but then she also just trounces people. You know what? She coming. I think, now that I think about her gameplay, it's not for me, but it is really good. Her hammer is kind of funny. Yeah, she can make it. Pike. Now, Pike is also up here. Holy smokes. You guys are going to think it's a boys club. There better be some ladies, because Pike's theme is great. The whole, I was, thrown overboard, eaten by a shark, and now I emerge from the depths. It's wonderful. Great theme. Fun to play. And an assassin support. Unique playstyle. Ain't nothing wrong with Pike. Kiana is annoying and needs help. She ain't coming to the cookout. Sorry, Kiana. I apologize. Quinn. Make her a jungler. We already discussed this. Make her a jungler and we're set. Racken. He's coming. He's fun. He's goofy. His gameplay is great. His theme, that the whole like we are Vestayan and rewriting the lore of Vestaya of Runeterra and stuff to include Vestayan, make like, I don't know, like Ahri and Rengar, I guess, Vestayan. I don't know. Huh. Okay. He needs help. I think he needs a rework. He doesn't need to be like this little turtle armadillo thing. I think they need to make him like anthropomorphic and then transform into the spinning wheel thingy. I think that'd be really, really cool. Rexar, the queen. Now this, okay, she's up there. That's I'm happy. She's balling. All right, queen of the Psy. The tunnels. I think with the alt tunnel, or her new alt, is really, really good. The old alt was unique in the sense that it basically gave her a free teleport. But regardless, her playstyle, whether she's jungling or in the top lane, very aggressive in your face, and you have to be, especially when you're the queen, you gotta let everybody know that you're the boss and rule with that iron fist. And that's what she does on the Rift. Knock it down. He iffy. I don't know. He's just iffy. Why? I get the Renekton bar, and I know now he's like hot garbage, but it's like again a big power disparity between him being absolutely broken and him being relatively like him being the best top laner point blank period. But thematically, I think they need to just kind of go back and be like, give backstories to Nasus and his brother Renekton, so that people are a little bit more invested. Now, if Kha'Zix was change and adapt, Rengar is cool. I like the savagery. I think I'm gonna put him here just because he's not as well executed as Kha'Zix. And like I said, I even gave critique as to how Kha'Zix could be better executed, but he's not terrible. It's not like he needs like a full rework. As long as they don't give him that swimfish Q, we're good. Riven. Where do I put Riven? Riven is good. Riven is good. My brain is trying to think, is there anything that's stopping me from inviting, like having her full show up to the cookout straight up? No. Oh, it's tricky. Alright. Whew. Sheesh. We're almost there. Just hold on with me. Rumble. No. I think I might lightning round these. Rise. No. Sejuani. I would say a case could be made. She probably fulfills the whole Freljord thing the best when it comes to riding on the board and being an ice fighter and being like just BA. Senna, easily one of the best new releases to the game. So she's coming. You know what? If I can ship Diana and Leona, we actually get the married couple next to each other. Set. As much as I hate him, I think he's great. He's great. He great theme, great kit. The kit all works. It makes sense. He's a fighter, pit fighter, slamming people. It's wonderful. He's might make his way up there. That's a great put together champion. Degeneracy. Degeneracy is iffy. He needs rework and he needs better counterplay. Shen, again, it's another ninja. He's a better ninja, but he still goes, hey everybody, I'm teleporting onto this person, and I'm a ninja. I don't know. The last ninja I think is Zed. And Zed is still below Akali, but still better than Kennen and Shen. So I'll do that just right here now. Shyvana, the Dragon Lady. Nah. She's not making it. Singed, making it terrible. Scion in his new form, definitely. I love this rework as well. I feel like I should do a video on reworks. Sivir, sorry, you're not making it. Skarner, you're not making it. Sona is iffy. Shiraka is not making it. Swain, definitely making it. Silas, I love Silas Sanders. He's there. Syndra. They could work on her theme because I'm not quite sure what she's supposed to be. Like just within the game and lore wise, like is she just like a queen of something? Thomas Kenchington. He's eating all the food. He's making it. Talia. Throw another rock. Great idea. Like, I mean, the joke was that she was like the rock, the earthbender, but I think they actually figured out the wall riding. They understood how she was supposed to play with the raveled ground and being able to break up the ground and then chuck people like shoot. She better than Rek'Sai. That's a good kit. That's a good kit. That's good theme. It's fun gameplay. Her ultimate is great. Yeah, better than Rek'Sai. Talon, iffy. Taric. Damn. I think Haze could be made for Taric. I like it. I like his reworks. Not bad. Teemo. Yeet. I mean, whenever there's a Teemo on my team, they always have like 5,000 mastery points, or 5 million mastery points, and then they end up going like 0-8 and losing the game and being absolutely useless. So clearly, there's an issue where the champion, and people like vibe and like the champion, but he's just not good. Because with that much experience and understanding on a champion, you should at least not get walked every matchup, and it's every teamo, every single one. All you teamo mates, I'm talking to you. Thresh, wonderful, and I love what they're doing. Look at that. We got the three amigos. I love what they're doing with his lore and making him basically like the big bad, the big villain of League of Legends. I'm here for it because he's insane and I love it. Tristana, I like her rework as far as her being like the military fighter soldier. I can dig it. It's fun. Trundle, Troll King. For what he does in game, wonderful tank shredding ability, but overall, Tryndamere is getting yeeted. One of my favorite champions. It feels bad, but he's just so plain, like basic, hella mid. You know, stat checking. I don't know. I just like Twisted Fate. Now, a little known fact: Twisted Fate is like my favorite character in the game. Not that I'm good at him. Not that. I'm a big fan of Gambit. I love Twisted Fate. You come into the cookout. I'm a poker card wheeling, wheeling and dealing, sweet talking. He still has great, not just my bias. The Plague Rat. I mean, yeah, he makes it just because the theme. He's weak right now, but when he's strong, he's really fun. And the theme of being like, I'm a sneaky little rat. And you get like, he doesn't look, he's not cute or whatever, just an ugly little rat IRL looking. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. Man, bear, pig, yeet. Urgot, definitely wonderful. Varus, ooh. Varus is iffy at best. Vanya, she is iffy. That's my bias showing through. She probably needs to be yeeted, but she's iffy. Viegar, case could be made. Vel Cosby, Void Tentacle Man with lasers. I think he's iffy. Victor's great. He just needs to be like reworked, so I'm gonna put him in a case could be made. I think Victor and Jace should have some sort of like, adversary pairing. Vi stands for violence, and she's wonderful. She's coming. Vlad. Vladimir. It's iffy. New Volibear. Love it. Oh boy. Warwick. Also love it, and it's coming to the cookout. Wukong. Son Goku. He made it. Zaya needs a rework. Zerath can just get removed from the game. Xin Zhao is hella mid for me. The Mitsurugi brothers. What shall I do with you? We are here, and I'm just gonna lump them together because I think they share enough in similarities, but they are different enough. But the Mitsurugi brothers. We have Yasuo. Yasuo's up there with being one of the best themed champions in the game. They understand the whole wandering traveler, wind walker, wind traveler, and it fits his, like, everything has to do. The wind comes off of his sword, he creates the wind wall. He moves like the wind for his ultimate with a knock-up. He dashes through people like the breeze, like the wind. Whereas Yone is still really good, has a lot of that, but just more like Brolic. So Yone would just end up being able to come to the cookout. Yasuo might be like playing that little flute thing at the cookout. Let's see. Yorick. Still a struggle. Yumi. Let's can we add? Let's add a row below. Oh, did I do 2 of them? I did. Alright, let's delete this row. And then this will just be called Kill It With Fire. And that goes to Yuumi and Yuumi alone. Get her out of my game. Zach, fun blob monster. I can dig it. Ziggs, yeet. Zillion, underrated. I think the proper visual rework on Zillion, and he'd be getting played 10 out of 10 games. Zyra, fix her. Lilia, I love Lilia. I think she has the personality that's fun and doesn't match anybody else. Like they're all different, but you know, a lot of them are cool, or a lot of them are like really powerful or whatever. Let's see, Samira. I like the girl boss of Samira. It's not like done in a like overt way that makes you go, oh yeah, she's a girl boss. Duh, yeah, I get it. It's like she gets what's hers. She earns her keep. She's out here slashing and fighting. She's a mercenary. Yeah, I dig it. Seraphine. Do I add Seraphine to the Kill It With Fire tier? No. I mean, the rollout was bad, but I get it. She's a pop star. She's supposed to be a singer. I mean, she's floating around on Skarner's dead ancestors. I'm going to put her in iffy. Rel is super cool. I think Rel's coming to the cookout easy peasy. Diego. Making it. It's a long, weird year with him. Gwen, I love. She's so much fun. Great gameplay, great concept. Akshan, very funny. She's winning it. And then we got the new Gloom and Doom, Vex. Vex, I haven't gotten to play, but with everything that they've promoted, Vex makes it. I think they've started realizing, because as you can see, all the newer champions kind of made it in easy peasy. They go, okay, what's the theme? How do we want to execute and land this champion? And when they do execute and land the champion, they do it pretty well. Like, I can dig this. And then, of course, like the ones that they've looked, it seems like they maybe probably took years to create, I hope. You know, with these top ones, they're great. They're wonderful. So realistically, I'd be removing, because I'd probably go back and like take out 2/3 of this. So you're gonna be looking at like, I don't know, 6. Let's do 6, 3, and then 6, 4. So 24 plus 18. Yeah, so you'd be looking in the ballpark of removing almost like 50 champions from a game that has like, I don't know, 158, I think, champions overall. Excuse me. But again, if certain champions get reworks that match, you know, or get unreworked, I guess, like in the case of Pantheon and Mundo and stuff, like you could foreseeably see them moving up. Oh yeah, and Gangplank. Remember, he's resurrected. Realistically, a case could be made for Gangplank to make his way to League of Legends 2. But all in all, this was fun. It was a long video. I probably cut out another half hour, 20 minutes, just because I could have, as you can tell, I could talk about all these champions for days. But I just wanted to make this video. I didn't realize it would be this long. If you are still here, I appreciate you. Please, I do want to know and hear your opinions down below. Feel free to comment. Subscribe if you haven't. And I look forward to maybe doing shorter tier list videos in the future. And I will see you all next time. Nights out. Post-editing king here. I just realized that I didn't do the full where you can actually see the full tier list. But this, let's see, if I have to fix this, would be it. Hey, Rain with a party of 8. I appreciate it. Holy smokes. Welcome. But yes, this would be the whole tier list of everyone that is coming to that I would have in League of Legends 2. So that's what the video pretty much was. That's going to be going up on the YouTube. So he is a god at League. I am not a god at League. I'm just I'm a mere mortal. And what's a king to a god? And what's a god to a king? What's a god to a non-believer? I don't know the song, okay? Only kind of know the song. But yeah, this was the list of everybody that I would include into League of Legends 2. So these are the people that are 100% making it into League of Legends 2. Then we have the cases that could be made for these characters to get into League of Legends 2. And then this is where it gets really iffy. Characters that may or may not be able to, you know, with maybe reworks or reverts could make it into League of Legends 2. And then kill it with fire, because we need to get rid of this champion. Sorry if anybody that just made it to the stream is a Yuumi main or a Yuumi fan. That's my least favorite champion in this game. But all in all, I think this would be League of Legends 2 would be great because you'd have a lot of skill expression, a lot of fun champions. And of course, this is just my opinion. So if your opinion differs, like I said, feel free to comment, put in your 2 cents. I appreciate all and listen to all the different engagements. I wish you guys had gotten here sooner. You would have been able to be in the video as well, but at least you'll be in this part. You'll be in the end part of the video because I'm going to add this because I completely forgot to just kind of like showcase the entire the list in its entirety. I just kind of like finished it because it was the video was like an hour and like 40 minutes. So yeah, Yuumi, I agree. Yeah, kill with fire. Get out here. I almost put Seraphine in here, but then I realized, you know what? She's not, like, her rollout was kind of iffy, but champion and kit wise, lore wise, it all kind of makes sense. Minus the whole riding around on Skarner's dead ancestors, because that's mad disrespectful. But like I said, this is just me ending the segment for the video. Feel free to do all the doobly doos down below, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.